Hey guys, this is Mike Adeleke. I'm here to talk to you about Edopter. Alright, so we've come a long way from our initial offering. The first idea was Edopter was organizing physical meetups for startups to meet with early adopters. And as we'll talk about a little more, we've iterated a lot. So we've done reaching about 70 interviews with different companies, mentors, friends, really hammering through this idea of an early adopter. What does that mean, and how is that beneficial to both users as well as companies? And what we're finding is that really started to make some progress in that field, and we developed a product that has three different features or three different plans in it. So Prime, Pro, and Power. The first we'll talk about is the Power. So Power is short for a power user. The idea of the power user we really got when we talked to a lady from GetAround, and she was talking about how GetAround really first got around, how they started to grow and to scale. And what she said was is that that first inertia of GetAround, people who really enjoy the product wanted to really engage and talk with them and get to know them. And the idea was they had set up these kind of meetings and events and started to really interact with these power users. And these power users were self-organizing. They were meeting with GetAround. They were offering their feedback. They were influencing product decisions. They were talking about what was good about GetAround, what was bad about GetAround. And that really helped them to go through really quickly what they need to do and be able to kind of branch out from there. So the idea and the vision that we have for you guys is to be able to give you, between 5 to 10 power users for your company, people who really share your vision, who are really excited about what you're doing, and who are willing to spend time with you to kind of help you through that process. The other plans we have are the Prime and the Pro. And so both of those are subscription boxes that users will get in the mail every month with the latest and new technology and applications. Now, the vision of this is, once you get more users and more people on board, you're able to get some really interesting premium features, some interesting new products. Pro is the premium version, and Prime is the first version. The idea is that we send you new technology applications, new products, new things, new services from the latest and the industries that interest you. So now we're going to talk a little bit more about what we can provide to you when you partner with us. So this is what we provide to our partners right now. So there's a couple things. The first one is we aim to be the ultimate distribution channel for new companies and new ideas. We aim to give you a network of enthusiasts in your industry, also a better way to market, to build relationships with new customers and provide creative control to make a truly memorable trigger for your users, and with all that, to close the loop. So let's first talk about the ultimate distribution channel. So right now we're building the base and we're starting to get users on board and onboard them. And the idea is that we are reaching out to every single one of our users and trying to help them and help us really identify themselves as what interests do they have and what markets they're interested in. And so the idea that we have is we want to be able to distribute your product, your service, to the people who matter most to you. We want to be able to have you put something in their hands. And the beauty of Edopter is the more users we get, the better segmentation we get, which also leads to better targeting because we now have better data. And that's the whole idea of this distribution channel, is the more people we have, the better we can segment and the more accurate we can be in showing you who are the users who will most matter to you and what your product is offering. The second thing is a network of enthusiasts. So Edopter is short for early adopter. And we're finding that obviously early adopters are the most enthusiastic. If you read the book Crossing the Chasm, Mr. Moore talks about getting your innovators and your early adopters on board. Those are the people who really share your vision, who admire your technology, who see what you're doing, and are excited about it. And the idea is to find those people for you in whatever industry or market you're in that are really excited about what you're doing and your compelling solution. We also see this as a much better way to market. So because of our better distribution, we're able to cut through the noise and deliver really a new channel. We're more likely for your users to talk about you than through normal Google AdWords. If they see an ad or they see something on Facebook, they may or may not click on it, but they receive something in the mail from a company that may be interesting to them. That is very compelling. That's a very good use of the marketing budget. And that's what we really want to help you do, is to really maximize that marketing budget with a solution through a channel that really gets to your users. The main thing with all this is really building relationships. So we're able for you to send an actual product to many users. You're also able to send products to specific users, and we help you to identify the best and most engaged users. And the goal really is to create value, to show them that you're interested in them, and also to see to be able to sign on as a power user. So when you kind of extend that olive branch, you send them something that's interesting to them, that they play with and they want to get feedback on, and they see what you're doing and they see the vision of what you have in store, that may, convince them and push them to becoming a power user, becoming someone who latches onto you and really kind of helps you move forward in your product, move forward in your stages. We also want to help you give creative control for you guys to really decide how you want your brand presented, what you want to do. So you have the ability to send users something meaningful and tangible. The triggers that we're talking about in these boxes, they can range from anything. So there's a company that we talked to who's Jen, who's a mentor of mine from Project Travel. And one of the things we talked about is sending them a Project Travel map for all the students who want to look for study abroad and traveling, a map from Project Travel that shows all the different things that they can go to. Or if we're working with Spot Hero or Uber, you send them maybe a toy car that says Spot Hero Uber on it. The idea isn't so much in the product itself, it's the product as a trigger. So when you see it on your coffee table, when you see it on your desk, that product triggers something. Also, a company that's interested in you sent you that product, so that begins a relationship. It also begins a conversation. And the idea is that when people have this relationship, when they have this conversation, and when they have a trigger, they're much more likely to talk and to think about you than if you were reached in another way. And the idea is for really you guys to show your artistic side. We're looking forward to see what you come up with as far as sending to your users, something really compelling that really grips them, that triggers them to get more involved with you, to see what you're doing. And the whole idea with all of this is to really close the loop. So first is the initial distribution to the enthusiast and the potential users. And then we're making a new avenue of using the marketing budget and a new channel in a new way that really helps to get directly to the user and to build that relationship with them. And in that relationship building, there's also creating value. You've sent them something that is a tangible trigger that they can remember you by. And with all this said, the real opportunity is for the users to get feedback and or sign on as a power user. So the idea is you sent them the trigger, you started this relationship, you distributed your product to them. Now they're interested in your product, so when they do see the trigger and they do see the product and they get the email that says, use this code, use this invite, the thing is in your app, they start to use it, they reach out back to you, give you feedback, you provide those tools, as well as seeing if they can be a power user and really sign on board with you. So we have a couple plans right now as far as pricing. We really are empathetic and feel the pain of a bootstrapper. So if you're less than 5 people, if you're less than 100 users, we feel your pain, and we're offering Edopter Business for $25 a month. If you're a startup and you're 5 to 15 people, less than 5,000 users, well, look at you. Congratulations, you're not doing too bad. And so the plan that we have for you guys would be $50 a month. So thank you guys very much for listening to me. We look forward to partnering with you in the future. Take care.